Hey Soul Fam, this is Lisa-Issa with Charmed Lithomancy. Just wanted to give you a heads up that I had just a tiny bit of technical difficulties, so please bear with me as I work everything out. So without further ado, let's get to it. So Leo, I'm Leo's son, so I'm right here with you. So guess what? Our center stone card is the Magic Stone. It's pretty cool. Right off the bat, I see some things that are confirming, matching, going together. So let's start off with the Magic Stone first. When the Magic Stone shows up in a reading, it invites us to remember that all things are in divine time. So it's the Magic Stone. That's our center stone card. So everything is about divine timing. And I know sometimes, we want it, what we want it now, we want it yesterday. But when that card shows up, it reminds us that all things are in divine time. That sometimes while we're wanting something now, we forget that we don't operate in a vacuum, and that there are other things that we put to point B or C, the thing that we need to go to the next step is in place. And if we get there before, it's like a relay race, I think, relay race. And so you are maybe the third person that the baton is being handed off to. However, if you start running before too early, your person that's there to hand the baton off to you won't be able to catch up with you. Or they're ready to pass the baton off to you, and you're not there because you were just so fast, you were just so anxious, you just went on. And so, sometimes the way to think of it is that when I make a request, then I do my part, and then if it feels, sometimes if it takes a while for things to open, coordinate things, move this around, shuffle this, okay, take that and bring it here, so that when I do get the go ahead, it's saying that, okay, now is the time. So everything that I need is going to be in place. So that's our center stone. That's our center stone card, Leo. The Magic Stone is all about divine timing. So there's a little bit more to the divine timing, and I'm going to share that in just a few minutes. But I'm going to start off with the butterfly. So the butterfly is about transformation, things going smoothly, opening up. Now it's in reverse for us, but it's not a negative, because when I see the butterfly card show up, it tells me that there is a long process, because the butterfly has at least 3 distinct stages: the caterpillar, the chrysalis, and the butterfly. So it just doesn't show up on the planet butterfly. It has those stages it has to go through. And so when the card is in reverse, it's saying that, okay, you've gone through those stages, you've gone through that long, tough struggle with the thing. And next is the house card. It's in reverse. The house card speaks of domestic matters. The fact that it's in reverse, saying that there's something probably not going as smoothly as you would prefer in that arena. So the house card, or the house charm card, it can be talking about your physical location, your house, the folks in your house, your partner, maybe even your parents, your children. It can also speak to your friends. So it's friends, family, your location of your house. All of that is in the house bubble. and there's something in that bubble not really to your liking. And on the other side of the magic card is the clock in the upright position. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about divine timing. So I shared earlier where it's about, okay, Leo, you need to kick back. You've placed your order. You've done your due diligence. You've done all that you can do. Now you need to kick back and allow the universe to orchestrate and put things in place. The other part of that scenario with divine timing, when it shows up, because I will say the center stone card, the magic stone, is the divine timing stone, and the clock, and it's a charm. When I cast the physical stones and charms, it's a physical charm. They hold similar same energy. So it can mean, like I shared, kick back. The universe needs to coordinate some things. It can also let us know that now is the time to act. It's like a green light, so to speak. So it can be either or. You have to know your situation. You have to look at things. So if you're going through a process and you feel like you keep running into roadblocks, and you've done your due diligence, you've done all that you can do without trying to force it, then that's the universe saying, okay, let us do our part. However, when you've done your due diligence and you may say, okay, well, now what? And you're waiting for something to fall out of the sky. But when you make a move and things continue to open up, then now is the time. So you really have to look at your situation. Sometimes you have to step back and really take a look at it. So we have both of those energies. The way I read it, we have both a kick back, let us do our work, and move now. And I'm gonna get back to that. I'm jumping the gun here. Your last card is the scissor. The scissor in reverse. So the scissor in reverse, so let me say the scissor upright speaks of there's something that you need to let go, you need to cut away, you need to release. But we have it in the reverse. So it says that there is something that you've already cut away, let go, released, or you're in the process of doing so. Interestingly enough, okay, so look, I'm so excited, Leo, because I'm reading for myself too. So that is a little bit about all the different cards. So now I'm going to speak about them as a collective energy or the collective message. So the butterfly and the scissor in reverse, they're both in reverse. To me, they speak of similar energy. So it was like, it's taken you a while, divine timing, but it's taken you a while to release a thing. And it was a long, kind of drawn out process. It took a while for you. It may have taken you all of 2020. It may have taken you 10 years or, it feels like it was a long struggle, but you recognized something that you needed to release and you took action and you let that thing go, or you're in the process of letting it go. You're taking those action steps, and it is divine timing. So divine timing is saying it may take a minute. So you might have held off. So if you're beating yourself up that it took a while, don't, because everything is in divine timing. So it may have taken you a while to even put things into place, because sometimes if you release something and you really didn't prepare, it makes it really, really challenging. So sometimes, if it's a situation and you just act right off the cuff and you're like, I'm out of here, and you're gone, and you get out, and you're like, wow, I left all my stuff there. Now, I'm not saying it's a life-threatening situation or a situation where you needed to act in that moment. I'm not speaking about that. Sometimes we can be hasty and we make a decision and we really shoot ourselves in the foot. You have to know your own personal situation and how things work for you. But it feels like it took you a while. Don't beat up on yourself, but because you did take action when you felt the timing was right, and you let it go. And it feels like it has to do with that domestic issue, our domestic situation. So it could have been a friendship. It could have been where you lived. You were like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And I'm pretty surprised. I know quite a few people who made a move in 2020, like a physical move. And I was like, wow, that's gutsy. You decide to move in the middle of a pandemic. And they did. And it worked out. So, it could have been that. And it could feel a little challenging right now. Sometimes when the scissor is in reverse, it says that you cut something away, you let it go, and it's a little more challenging than you thought it would be. Sometimes it's because you create a vacuum when you let something go, and now you have that empty space, and sometimes it feels great and refreshing, and you're all ready, and sometimes you feel like, wow, there's something missing. But you did the right thing. You let it go. It took you a long time to make that decision. So, so when I look at it, the takeaway is you did what you needed to do. You didn't make a hasty decision. It took you a long time to make that decision. You did make it. It may not, in the moment, feel all that great. However, the same thing with divine timing, give it a little time. You made the right decision. It may take a while for it to smooth out and feel feel a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, Leo. Know that you did make the right choice. That's how it feels to me. You weren't hasty. It was a long time coming, and you did it. So now give yourself a little time to heal and to restore yourself if that's what you need to do. And on the other side, some may be getting the notice that now is the time to make that move. And if you make it, it may be a little challenging for you. It may pull on your heart, but you know what you need to do. So Leo, I hope that you find something useful in this reading. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, shine bright like the sun you are. And I'll see you then. Namaste.